Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna talk a little bit of SmackDown. I just watched it now. It's God bless Netflix for hey Tots. God bless Netflix for having being able to watch it whenever you want, due to the fact they're in Europe for a couple of weeks now. It was at 12 o'clock my time. I was at work, could not watch it. Got to watch a replay. I know there's probably people gonna be shitting on the show in general. I thought it was very good. Couple nice little angles, nice little build, more of a build now to the story where it makes one person look a little not as weak. I guess you could say there's a cool little segment between The Miz and Cody. Hey, what do you think, Tots? There's more tension between the Bloodline 2.0, Tamatonga, and Jacob and Solo, and also a little bit of a tease that there might be a six-way at WrestleMania. Honestly, I'm not mad at any of it, and apparently the rumors of Shinsuke being done are kind of false. We'll talk about that. And also, we had a great showing for a young guy who I absolutely loved in NXT and really hasn't done much in SmackDown. It's been stop, start, stop, start. Very confusing as to what the hell they're actually doing with him. That being him himself, Carmelo Hayes. Um, and a rare Kevin Owens sighting on SmackDown due to the fact that he's been cutting a lot of in his car promo type ideas. But let's get into what happened on SmackDown. LA Knight came out. By the way, we're in Barcelona, Spain, home of the best football team in Spain. Even though I'm not a fan of Spanish football, can't stand Real Madrid. Diehard Barcelona, or not diehard. I am a Barcelona fan, I should say. Yamin Umal is in the crowd, and also if you haven't seen, sorry guys, long week at work, long stressful week. Um, yeah, if you guys haven't seen, WWE has now announced their European Sports Championships. I'm a huge Roma and Arsenal fan. If they're a decent price, I may have to purchase one of those for myself. Diehard fan of both those teams, as well as I am the Canucks and the Steelers. But just having a trophy belt for football is kind of cool in of itself. And yeah, you can make all the jokes you want if you know sports at all. I mean, football at all. Neither one of my soccer teams have won much in the last 2 decades. That's nothing to be said with wrestling, but like I said, LA Knight kicks us off with a short little promo, and Barcelona gets cut off by Big Jim, who pretty much just he wants a title match since his brother's getting one. He's running away to get a mania. Out comes the three members of the new bloodline. For those of you who don't know who that is or live under a rock, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tamatonga. They pretty much surround the ring. They beat it. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, they beat up the baby faces for quite a while, and then Braun Strowman makes a save. We get a three-man tag, and of course Tamatonga gets pinned because that's pretty much what he's in WWE for, to take the pins for Solo and Jacob. Jacob is not allowed to be pinned. And you know what's kind of funny is I think AEW is finally following WWE playbook because they're actually making Brody King indestructible like WWE's been doing for last year with Jacob. Sorry, it's neither here nor there. I will talk about AEW when I watch the pay-per-view, hopefully this weekend. Um, the leads to a tag team match, very entertaining one, like I said. In the end, the faces win, and then Jacob Fatu absolutely brutalizes Braun Strowman. We're so next week in Bologna, Italy, we're having Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. Hopefully that's a blow off, and we're not getting that at Mania because I think we're getting Jacob versus Solo at Mania. To be honest with you, I don't know if either one of those are Mania matches. Be cool to see Jacob at Mania in like a six man for that U.S. title, like I think he should be, and he should have won that U.S. title, in my opinion. So main event. There's the first match of the evening. We got a few more backstage promos. A couple people coming to the arena. A couple people are really late, like Charlotte Flair. And we get a backstage shimmy with Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair recap from last week. And then we get Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. I thought this was going to be a squash match. I was surprised with how much offense Bianca Belair was allowed to get off, since this is Charlotte's first televised match and her first actual match since the Rumble. Um, Charlotte looks like Charlotte always looks. Bianca looks fantastic, but then again, Charlotte Flair can make a broomstick look fantastic for those people that hate Charlotte Flair. Girl is probably one of the best in the world. But the best in the world, we all know that right now, is Tessa Blanchard. She can't be touched, in my opinion. Of course, Charlotte wins the figure eight. She refuses to let it go. Out comes Tiffany. They brawl. And then, I don't know how to describe it. Tiffany goes to the top and hits a swanton bomb, but to protect herself, Charlotte just completely moves out of the way and lets the security guards eat it. And then we go to commercial, come back, miss TV, and they're brawling again. And once again, Charlotte moves out of the way, and the security guards eat another swanton bomb from Tiffany. This time, Tiffany's on the top of the Titantron, or whatever they call it now. But she pretty much looked like 1998 Jeff Hardy hitting this swanton bomb. Good on her for doing it. And Charlotte is pretty much becoming Megan Bayne, who only goes into business for herself and will only do what's best for Charlotte, it appears, because she was clearly moving out of the way, both though she wanted no contact with it. She sold them like she was there, but took no contact in either move. But at least now we're getting a bit of a build to the storyline. These two are just willing to murder each other, and if you actually listen to Tiffy, she was screaming, "The old queen is dead, and now live the long queen, the new queen." And she actually straight up booted Charlotte in the face. If you guys saw that, and also people are talking about how talking about boots, people talking about Tiffy booted Trish off the ring apron last month at Survivor, or what was it? Sorry, guys. Elimination Chamber in Vancouver, in Ontario. If you actually watch that spot, you kind of saved both Candice and Trish, because Candice would have come down and land right on Trish, and probably would have fucked up Trish and blew out both her knees. But yeah, interesting little angle there. But I'm glad they have more of a storyline bit leading into this instead of Trish. I mean, sorry, Charlotte just kicking Tiffy's ass every time she sees her, or Tiffy getting her ass kicked, and Charlotte coming out and doing damage to her. One of the two. And then we got a tease for a person coming in because he's finally been released. Um, we got a nice little video package, just fire, and a dude walking across the ring rope and sitting in the top turnbuckle. They wouldn't show his face, but as wrestling fans, you could tell from his mask who it was. It's Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is on his way. Rumors that they're reuniting the Lucha Brothers. Sorry, guys. Um, I'm glad that AEW did not punish him and make him sit out the entire length of his injury contract because they claim they're better than those other guys and they're pretty much playing the same tricks as the other guys are. The other guys being WWEs, they say. But Ray Phoenix is officially on his way to WWE. Rumor has it may be in the European tour. Rumor has it may be right after the European tour. Um, Also, we're about 3 weeks away from Mania. Toddy's very excited over here, as you can see. Toddy, come here. She's very excited for her Mania tour debut. She'll be watching live with us. Um, After that, the Miz TV came out. He got just attacked, like I said. Cody Rhodes beat him down, pretty much said, "Cena, I'll see you." And I think they're in Belgium, where Cena is going to be making his first debut as a heel 3 weeks after turning heel. Could be interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen the most recent post of John Cena, but the bald spot's gone in the back of his head, full head of hair. Sorry, guys. I think that was a Wagon for a movie that he's actually filming right now, or they just used a prop because bald spots and heads don't go away. Yeah, I'm bald. I just haven't shaved my head in a while, but yes, I'm bald. So I'm just trying to show you guys, bald doesn't go away unless you have money. You get hair plugs, but hair plugs still take time. Um, Cody Rhodes is pretty much on a psychopathic way to destroy John Cena. Cuts a very good promo, probably his worst of the three. And then we get a tease with the new Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green. And the next up and coming challenger is going to be Selena Vega. She'll be fighting Piper Niven in Bologna. I guess we might be getting Chelsea Green versus Selena Vega at Mania. Love both, not a Mania match. All right, after Mania, yeah, good match. As a Mania match, not a Mania match. Unless there's like a 6 woman match. I think there's gonna be two 6 women matches for the both the titles, and also I don't know if you guys have seen this, but apparently, pretty much a month or two after Mania, there may be an Evolution #2 because the women's division is so undeniably good that they have no choice but to pretty much make it all women's pay-per-view. Also, Drew McIntyre cut a fire promo on Damian Priest. Damian Priest finds Shinsuke Nakamura in the back. They have a match later in the evening. Damian Priest speaks Spanish to Nakamura. Nakamura responds in Japanese. Nick Aldis says, I have no idea what either one of those even said, but next is going to be you two fighting each other. And there's a tease that Drew McIntyre's not in the building. Every time they say Drew McIntyre's not in the building or a wrestler's not in the building, you know they're there. They're going to attack at some point. And you know neither one of these guys could afford to lose. Clean. And of course, halfway through the match, Drew McIntyre comes out, beats up Damian Priest, and causes a distraction. Damian Priest goes back at Nakamura, and McIntyre and Nakamura lays out McIntyre and lays out Priest and leaves him for McIntyre to absolutely obliterate and he's laying in the ring. Here's my theory, or my question: are we getting a three-way at Mania, or is it going to be those two? Because there's conflicting reports that both say Nakamura has left WWE, or is it going to be leaving WWE? And there's others are saying there's no such thing coming true with this. And following that, we had another tease for another favorite of mine coming back. There's just a black screen with a mist that appeared right over top of it. And I don't know if you could tell if it was either A or a 4, but a white wisp just came across the screen and paused and stayed there for a minute. And well, Aleister Black is coming back. I wonder if that'll be next week in Bologna, the European tour. He is actually the husband of Zelina Vegas. That's why he'll be on SmackDown. It would have been cool for Belgium. Story, guys. Or Denmark, since it's Dutch. But it looks. Sorry, guys. I just had something in my hand there. So do get it. There we go. I don't know. Very cool. Two very cool packages for people that will be return packages, promo packages, whatever you want to call them. Very awesome. Um, what else happened? Trying to think here. Not a whole lot happened on SmackDown. Few more seats planted, like I said. Kind of a tease that there may be a triple threat between Nakamura, Priest, and McIntyre at Mania. Doesn't really make sense. I think we may get a tag match here out of this. McIntyre, Nakamura versus Priest, and I don't even know who. And then Gunther faced Axiom. And I thought this was going to be another one of those squash matches, but nope, Axiom is actually from Barcelona. It was played soccer, was on the actual Real Madrid Youth Academy, and which is hilarious because he's a die-hard Barcelona fan. Loved Barcelona, raised Barcelona, but signed by their in-country rivals. And if you're Barcelona, you don't go to Madrid, and if you're Madrid, you don't go to Barca. That's how it works in Spain. And therefore, he left, became a pro wrestler, and got probably the biggest pop of the night. Good match. Got a couple close near falls, couple teases, but Gunther was never going to lose this match. And Axiom made his main roster debut look good and easily could take a loss, even though he's going to be his hometown. He got some spots and good on Gunther for letting that happen. But Gunther's also in his home of Europe. So, and Gunther's also headed to a big match with Jey Uso. There's no chance Gunther is ever going to lose this match. Great. I'm glad that they gave Axiom a little bit because he just came off a fantastic match. You saw Monty Collins' reaction to it on Roadblock on Tuesday there. Absolutely fantastic versus the Hardys. Probably the best match the Hardy Boys have had in a while. Speaking about which, there's a TNA pay-per-view happening right now, and I believe we have new women's tag team champions over there. Um, Dana Brooke actually won a belt in wrestling. Heather Reckless, fan of her for a long time. She's finally getting what she deserves with that company due to the fact she was saddled with Dana Brooke, unfortunately, or Ash by Elegance, or whatever the hell she's calling herself. But Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend have actually popped up on Impact, so they'll be challenging for those, and I think that's who's going to take those because those girls are well deserving of tag team titles. You know what? I think there should be tag team titles in NXT. They should never take the women's tag team titles from NXT. Um, yep. Axiom loses, gets double power bombed, and that's it. Then we have Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. Good match. Carmelo Hayes gets a lot of offense, and Randy Orton counters a lot, and then hits an insane RKO. Once again, Carmelo Hayes was there to take the pin, unfortunately, due to the fact that Randy is not losing, head into a huge match with Kevin Owens at Mania. he teased the punt again, and this time it was Kevin Owens who saved Carmelo Hayes. And I guess that Wade Bear was saying on SmackDown that Melo don't Miz is not together anymore. Like that thing just faded away. So whatever the hell that was supposed to be, never fruition to anything. And then we had our main event for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We had the Street Profits, first match on television in like 6 months, going against the Tag Team Champions. And I'm a huge DIY fan, but they get zero to no reactions from any crowd. They're too, I don't know if the word is bland or uncharacter or whiners or cheaters or what it is, or people just don't react to them. They're probably two of the very best pro wrestlers in the company. And but they just I don't know if it's charisma they lack or empathy or character or I don't know what. To get every single time they come out their reaction. And the Street Profits still get a massive one. Very good match. Four very, very talented wrestlers. And WWE keeps doing it because the third TV show in a row, we have a title change. Actually, I think the only time we didn't have a title change was on NXT. Second SmackDown in a row, we have a title change. This time we have new tag team champions. The Street Profits are the tag team champions heading into Mania, so we're going to get a six-way Mania between the Legado del Fantasma, pretty deadly Gargano and Champa, Marty Machine Guns, and those guys, the Profits. I'm down for it. Make it a ladder, tables, and chairs match, whatever tables, ladder, and chairs match, the ladder match, the tables match, the chairs match, or just let them wrestle. That'd be an insane match, probably one of the best matches. And we also had a Paul Heyman promo claiming that this was Roman Reigns' day due to the fact that WWE 2K25 has dropped. Um, Not a gamer myself, but for those of you that do, it looks insane. I would say pick it up. It's probably the best looking video wrestling video game I've seen in a long time. Couple of really cool modes, and for the first time in the history of WWE, they have actual intergender, so guys can beat the shit out of girls, girls can beat the shit out of guys, if that's your thing. Along with a lot of cool backstage segments and a cool My Universe mode with something called Immunity for NXT. If I played enough, I'd go buy a PS5 and this game because I've just talked myself into wanting to try it, but I do not play anywhere near enough. And you guys know I've tried, he was a little bit crazy. But on that note, what do you guys think of SmackDown? I thought it was a pretty good show. A lot of cool little Easter eggs and stories planted in certain spots, and a lot of good chunks for certain people. And maybe teasers for the future with people like Axiom when they do come up where they're probably going to eventually go, him and Fraser both. Um, and also, tell me somebody with a cooler entrance than Shinsuke Nakamura. If you guys haven't seen it, I've seen it live. And I've seen it on TV a few times. It is very, very awesome. How he comes out with that samurai mask and all that cool stuff and just slowed down version of his music. I don't know what they're gonna do with him because there was a tease that they may have suspended him for spitting at the referee. Sorry guys, just clicking my mic for a second. It wasn't working. For me personally, I hope he stays with the company. I think the guy's extremely talented. But I just gave you guys a quick little Cliff Notes reviews of what happened because it wasn't the greatest of SmackDowns, but also wasn't the worst SmackDown. I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It did what it was supposed to do, to keep driving home certain storylines, get you more and more excited for things like Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. That probably what's gonna be six-way tag match at WrestleMania, or six-team tag match at WrestleMania of some sort. Maybe a turmoil or a gauntlet or a ladder match or who knows what. A little bit of teasing that's going to be a couple other matches laid out for Mania with a whole bunch of girls involved. We'll see what's going to happen there. But I do have the women's power in both brands to do it. Um, like I said, I like the little Easter eggs. If you actually paid attention, I also like the fact that it's on Netflix. So if you miss it earlier in the day, you get a chance to watch it later on. Um, and I'll say this: there's nothing in wrestling like a European crowd. Those people are insane. Sports of any sort, they are live. They don't stop chanting. They don't stop moving. They don't stop dancing. They don't stop clapping. I'll say that from personal experience because I went to a game for my one of my favorite teams in the world, Roma, playing, and it was brilliant. The crowds are insane. The crowds are fire. If you haven't seen that, just watch SmackDown for that alone. Also, I'm kind of in fear of and hope that Charlotte does not win the title, but I think that Charlotte may. It won't benefit her in a way, but it will benefit Tiffy to keep that title and be able to beat Charlotte at Mania. Something they failed to do when they had Rhea lose to Charlotte. Maybe they reverse course and Tiffy wins, but that's for another day. All right, guys, I'll talk to you on Monday. Enjoy your weekends. Bye.